Branden back for more Branden's boy problems, and today's episode is about giving a guy another chance. I hung out with EMT, who, if you know from my blog, is the guy that dumped me for his ex. I also made the Branden's boy problems video about that, and it was really traumatizing, really hard to get through, a really difficult situation, just because I felt like we weren't investing in each other. I was hoping there was boyfriend hopes. I was hoping like it was gonna be something serious, and then to find out he just dumps me to get back with his ex. But I mean, now looking back, I can say everything happened for a reason, because 5 days after he dumped me, I met Zimbabwe, who became my very first boyfriend. So I feel like it's possible to give a guy a chance that broke your heart before, as long as you have moved on and that you have loved again, pretty much. I feel like I'm only forgiving if I know, like, okay, I'm loved again, I can forgive you because I found something better for me. So it is easy to look at things as like everything happens for a reason, because if EMT hadn't dumped me, the path would have been clear for me to meet Zimbabwe, who I had a deeper, more meaningful, more important relationship with, and got to experience real love. Like, EMT and I weren't meant to be, but I was meant to be with someone else, and that wouldn't have happened had this relationship ended when it did. But on the other hand, like, I feel like I could never date EMT again, because he broke my heart, fucked me over, betrayed me, dumped me for someone else. Like, that's something I really guess I can't forgive. But I enjoyed his company and hanging out with him. We even, like, kissed and danced and whatnot. So, like, I don't know. It's hard to, like, determine how much you can invest in someone or give them another chance. Because, like, I know people, like, my mom's had friends that, like, they were divorced, they had kids, they broke up for, like, a decade, 2 decades, and eventually get back together. And, like, I've always heard love stories like that. It's like, yeah, things didn't work out the first time. Maybe the timing wasn't right. Maybe the circumstances weren't right. Maybe one person didn't have their life together. Maybe they were going through a lot, and, like, they just couldn't maintain or sustain the relationship. And then eventually you move on to other people and other situations and grow and life experiences. But it's like, I do feel like once you love someone, they do kind of have a piece of your heart forever. Because I know I still feel like I feel things for guys that were significant relationships for me. Like, even though it's been, like, years, it's like I'll always cherish the time we had together. And I feel like I always will partially love them, because they were a big part of my life and my journey and my growing and my loving and learning how to love and navigate relationships and whatnot. So I feel like if someone does get to that level, like, it's rare for guys to get to that level. I feel like there's maybe been, like, 3 guys that have ever gotten to, like, I think I love them. Like, that's, like, huge. So I feel like, yeah, it is possible to, like, go back around, find love again, give people another chance. Like, it does take time to heal. Like, I feel like EMT dumped me in, like, August. It's, like, May now, so I feel like you definitely would have to, like, time, and especially since I'm not really the type to move on unless I literally, like, fall for someone else. Like, I have to, like, be in love with someone else until I can move on from the previous person. So until that happens, it's like, yeah, I still do have feelings and bitterness and rage for how you treated me, but it will go away once I find love again. And then it's like, not forget, but it's like it squashes, like, what I was holding on to in that old relationship, because I have moved on to something bigger and hopefully better. But then once they break up, it's kind of like, well, you're on the same level now. Like, if I ever did go back with either one of you, like, it's whatever. But yeah, I do think it is possible. Like, I honestly couldn't have imagined myself forgiving EMT or wanting to hang out with him or even, like, kiss him or dance with him or, like, enjoy his company until, like, unless I had gone through everything I went through in the past, like, 8 months that helped me move on and find love again and be open to that. So I do think it is possible to heal, forgive, give people another chance, though just have to definitely be cautious. It's like, okay, I feel like I couldn't date a guy that would dump me for someone else, because if they did it once, they could do it again. It's like, clearly you didn't see me as first place, and if I wasn't first place then, like, how am I gonna be first place now? Like, I have a friend that did give a guy another chance after they dumped him for someone else, but it's like you always feel like you're secondary or second best in that relationship. So I feel like I couldn't date them again because I feel like you would always feel that insecurity and that rejection that they were able to do that to you once before. So I feel like I can't date you again, but I can enjoy your company. So we can go on dates, but you're never going to be my boyfriend. Pretty much. So yeah, that's how I feel about forgiving exes and giving people another chance. So thank you for joining me for another episode of Branden's Boy Problems.